played a team that had a week off, a team that did a good job preparing for us with that rest. We came off an emotional game. We had a great week of practice, and our kids came out and played really hard. I think that's one thing I want to start out with saying. Also, to come down here on the road in New Jersey and to see our fans from New Jersey and from New York, our Boston College family, come to this game and come out of the woodwork for us here really was meaningful, and really meant a lot to our program, to our players, and just was a fantastic thing. I thought we came out of the blocks fast. I thought on defense, we let up one big play, but after that, really, I thought got our cleats screwed into the ground pretty well. I liked the way we came back in the second half. We were 3 and out, and then we, on offense, got the ball, went down and scored. I liked the fact that we had a couple of drives at the end that were big-time drives. We were able to control the clock, run the ball. Our back ran for, we rushed for 270-something yards. AJ had a $160 or thereabouts, and David had 70 thereabouts. And I thought Anthony Brown ran the ball real physical, real tough today. And our offensive line did a great job. And I just think as a team, our defense really stepped up in the second half. I thought we kicked the ball off better, although we did have the one debacle where we were offside and kicked out of bounds. But I thought that was stronger. Kicked a critical field goal. So a lot of pieces I thought really started coming together. Very proud of our team's resilience, their toughness, their energy. It was infectious in the locker room prior to the game, at halftime, and of course now as we just got together. This is a young football team, but a passionate football team, and it took a shot and bounced right back, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them for that. And so, anyways, with that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
And you mentioned it a couple different times, but how they said a lot of the talk from the guys was about complacency and bouncing back and responding from last week. But in what ways did you see that carry through the week and then obviously into this week?
Well, I think, big picture, the second half, we started the second half with 3 and out. Offense got the ball, went and scored, which had to happen a week ago. It did not. Okay, so that's an improvement factor. I thought on defense, we took the ball away again. That was something we needed to do. On offense, we didn't turn the ball over at all, and we were able to run the ball effectively. That was something we wanted to do. And I just thought, the theme this week was tough. What's effort? Yeah, I'm sorry. Effort and finish. Okay, effort and finish was our theme this week. Okay, and those two things every day we wanted to go in and watch the film and say, did we have enough effort and finish? And almost what I felt like we had to do was reclaim that one step at a time, that one series at a time, that one quarter at a time, that one day at a time mentality, with unbelievable maintaining effort in an elongated and finish in an elongated period. And sometimes you say, well, yeah, coach, but some of these guys have not been in games like that before, and that's a developmental thing. And I thought today was a great opportunity for us to see that development.
The thing I thought was interesting was that you guys have scored in your opening drive 3 times this season.
Yep.
And the first drive of this game was a tone setter, right?
Yep.
AJ, David, just wear them out.
Yep.
But the first drive of the second half felt similar to the first drive of the first half. How much of a striking, how much of a point of emphasis was it? And then was it gratifying to see the same intensity come out?
Yeah, it was very gratifying because it was a huge point of emphasis. It's something we had to do, and we did. And there, like any game, of course, you go back and you look, and there are things in there that you want to clean up that really could have led to more opportunities. Okay, I thought Rutgers fought hard today. I thought they played hard on their home turf. Those kids battled, and you go on the road, you got to battle that back, and our guys were able to do that. But I certainly don't want to overlook the fact that Rutgers went out here today and battled. The kids battled. So I want to give credit to them.
From your perspective, what was it like to have 19 of your players come home and get a win? And in particular, Anthony, there's a lot of spotlight on him when you come here and help win the game.
I mean, it was a huge deal. I mean, we got a big base of New Jersey, but we're very proud to have a big base of New Jersey players on our football team. Not just Catholic school kids, but also, but that's an important piece. But also a whole bunch of guys from New Jersey. We are a big believer in the 5-hour radius, and Boston College and New Jersey go hand in hand like a glove. And it's very, very important to us, and will always be very, very important to us. And there's a lot of pride on our team, those Jersey kids. There's BC pride with them, and there's pride from being from the state of New Jersey, which is a great football state, great high school football coaches in this state.
Regarding Anthony, he's known around here for his arm. Today, he helped you win the game more with his legs. What do you think of the adjustment he made as the game went on?
Yeah, I mean, that was a point of emphasis this week, that we had made a conscious decision we're going to run Anthony more, and we are going to run him more, because he's an outstanding, as you saw today, he's an outstanding athlete. He is a real dual threat, and we've got to bring that piece back alive. He got derailed just a little bit due to injuries early in his career, but we're back. And he's a big, strong guy. 225 pounds, 6'3" guy that can run, change direction, and he's got a real edge to him right now. So he's still a guy. I mean, I just thank God every day we have him right now. We have him for this season and a whole other season after that, and then he becomes a real veteran guy, which is a nice thing.
Steve, being 3-1 on this season, going back into ACC play next week,
Yes.
just give us an evaluation of the first 4 games of where you feel like where your team is right now going into against Wake.
Well, I feel a whole lot better today from the standpoint that we responded. Okay, and that's a growing thing. That's a thing that you have to grow as a football. You got to get punched in the face. When you get punched in the face, you got to be able to learn how to respond. I thought we opened up with a huge win in an ACC, a big ACC win. Okay, we opened that way. We didn't open up with an easy game or anything. And then we carried that momentum, and then we got hit in the face, and we had to respond. And now we're going to head back into ACC play, I believe, as a better football team. Still working every day to correct the things that we need to correct as we face, continue to face an increase in ability. Okay, Wake's the game, Wake's the team. I don't know what happened with them today, but they're an explosive team on offense. But we play Wake, no surprises. I mean, we all know each other well. And so we got to get ready for that game. We're going to enjoy this one. We're going to enjoy this one. And then we're going to have a hell of a week to fix the things that we need to fix to continue to become a better football team as we get ready to go back in conference play, as you stated, and play a Wake team at home in Chestnut Hill, which would be great for us.
Steve, is there an update on Zay Flowers at the moment?
I'll say, just because I just think he got poked in the eye. I don't think it was any. I don't think this was any. A little bit of that. What do you call that? Rubber dust from the field got into the eye too. It was nothing more than that. Usually, I'm really trying to get in the habit of not commenting on injuries, but I would call that an injury. I think he's fine.
As you've seen sort of the dynamic with AJ and David,
Yeah.
It's not that they complement each other. They're almost very similar.
Yeah.
One leaves the field and somebody else is just going to hit you in the chest. What kind of weapon is that when you have sort of duplicates at that size?
I think you saw that today. I mean, I think you saw that today. I think that's what happened in the second half of the game. We started to be able to impose our will a little bit, because that's not easy. I mean, we were a pretty big, strong, physical offensive line and tight ends, and then you throw in these 2 backs, and if you can stay on the field and get first downs, it starts to take a cumulative effect on you. And I thought we were able to see that. And the defense was getting stops in the second half, so that's when it wears. It's not going to wear on you if you're 3 and out, or you're not getting, you're not getting a lot of touches. But we were getting a lot of touches, and so that they started to feel the full effect of that towards the end of the game.
Steve, you talked about the success that Anthony had on the ground running.
Yes.
But in terms of throwing with accuracy, the past couple of games he's had trouble completing passes. What do you think that is to that, and do you think it's just a rhythm thing going forward?
Well, I think he was about 9 of 16 today. Is that accurate throwing the ball?
13-25?
Yeah, 13-25.
Oh, I'm sorry, 13-25. I think he's been. Here's what I would tell you. I think he doesn't have trouble throwing the ball now. I just want to characterize this right. He makes some unbelievable throws. I would say to you candidly that because when we just look at a quarterback's throw, we think, oh, it's just a quarterback. And, well, there's route depth. There's a lot of things involved. We need to throw the ball more consistently, and I think that's a fair statement, and I think it's a fair question. Okay, we need to throw it more consistently, but we certainly have shown that we can throw some precision passes. We just need to throw it more consistently, and believe me, we're working very, very hard at that. And in practice, We chart this. We had a great week throwing the ball. From a consistency standpoint, I thought today we could have probably threw it more consistently. That's the number we are. That's what we're looking for. We'd like to be, in the plus 50, high 50%, 60 percentile overall. And that's something we want to make sure that we get to.